have you ever accidentally thought that you were a multimillionaire?
I haven't seen a single investigation.
Congresswoman from Minnesota, Ilhan Omar, is either going bankrupt, needs a quality leering center of her own, or is completely full of BS. You guys decide. You'll drop it in the comments. I made this episode with my son, who's not political in any way, never even heard of her, and we were beside ourselves in laughter. And we're going to bring it to you right here on the Mega Beak, a little bit about what's been happening to her in the last few months, but then an interview with her where she reveals it all. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. I cannot believe it, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's go.
The DOJ delves deeper into the massive Minnesota fraud scandal. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill have launched an investigation into Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar after her net worth spiked by nearly $30 million in just a year. The House Oversight Committee is looking into financial disclosures tied to investments in companies owned by Omar's husband. Two businesses in question are Rose Lake Capital, a venture capital firm that her husband co-founded, as well as a California winery. In 2023, the venture capital firm was valued at $1,000. A year later, in 2024, the valuation jumped to $25 million. Also in 2023, the California winery was valued at $50,000. By 2024, the valuation increased to $5 million.
So let's break that all down. There's a $29 billion with a B dollar scandal in her district. Apparently, her family are tycoon Wall Street venture capitalists, and they have the best wine in America. They just made $30 million in a year, and they're catching some attention.
I was told that Ilhan Omar is worth $30 million. She never had a job. She's a crooked congressman.
So it's getting a little hot in the collar for Ilhan, but don't worry, she's got a remedy, and it's pretty freaking unbelievable. Hit that subscribe button and let's check it out.
So I have a question for you. Have you ever accidentally thought that you were a multimillionaire? Well, Ilhan Omar says she is not a multimillionaire. And look at this headline from the Wall Street Journal. She thought she was, though. Omar was standing down. Look at this headline. Ilhan Omar says she isn't a multimillionaire, blames accounting error. Okay, so an accounting error led her to believe she was very wealthy. Well, Omar was staring down a potential investigation after disclosing that she and her husband's assets were valued between $6 million and $30 million on a financial disclosure form. Now listen to this. That was an astronomical increase in wealth from her last disclosure, but she has since amended her filing, now saying that her assets are valued between $18,004 to $95,000. So 6 to 30 million to under 100,000. How in the world does that happen? Well, according to the Wall Street Journal, quote, aides said that Omar looked at the form before it was filed in 2025, but that the error did not jump off the page for her because she isn't involved with her husband's businesses.
So she just filed a new form. So is she actually going broke or is she full of shit? Let me know in the comments. Now let's hear from her.
The Justice Department said that they're also going to look into your husband. Are you concerned about that?
They haven't said. I haven't seen a single investigation.
That's what I was wondering to know. Is there an investigation?
If you know of some, let me know.
I wouldn't call it an investigation.
Yeah.
There's just been a focus on the rapid increase in your household wealth tied to your husband's company.
Well, they have to make a choice to investigate, right? Like, do they choose to investigate or not?
I mean, if you've done something illegal, you would investigate.
But they're not investigating you.
I have not been made aware of an investigation into me or my family.
But when you look at the increase in your household wealth tied to your husband's companies, you understand why that raises questions for people watching from that.
Yeah, but that's again one of the it's their saying, right? Like there is no wealth increase. If you look at my husband's income, it's almost non-existent. He's
That's because she filed a new form. It's all gone.
Help make sure our children are, going to college and our young one is taken care of. There is no wealth. There are ranges to businesses that he was invested in. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what.
Well, they say. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. They said you reported a net worth between $6 million and $30 million, and they said your 2023 disclosure was roughly $40,000. Between $40,000 and $250,000.
Yeah, but they're not net worths. They're like the asset things for the company.
They're asset thingies. They're just, these asset thingies.
Companies. And so I don't know what percentage of it my husband actually has investment in. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? It's not a full picture of the numbers in the way that it is presented in the document, because in the documents, we have to do ranges and we have to like report in a way that is not detailed. It's not like your tax return that you're submitting for the public record to see.
But that is a big increase, though. So you could understand why people would ask questions.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it'll get like adjusted at some level when those ranges are looked at.
And I think I saw that your husband was asked to turn over some documents but didn't comply. So is that true?
From who?
I don't know. I guess the Department of Justice. I don't know.
The House Oversight Committee and the Government Reform Committee. That was what was reported. That I think it was early on in like January, February, that he was asked to turn over like emails and different things.
Yeah, there is no oversight that the Oversight Committee has over my husband or me. So why would you submit documents to an entity that has nothing to do with you?
Oh, okay.
Like they have oversight over the government, and ethics is the one that has oversight over the member, not the spouse.
And off they go with their asset thingies. Don't worry about it. Subscribe, watch this video. See ya.